I'm hearing a lot of, aw, you believe everything they tell you. Who's they? That's how I know you've been brainwashed, because that's not how I receive information. When I hear something interesting, like, oh, crime rate is skyrocketing, I think, oh my gosh, is it? I'm going to look into the FBI data. I'm going to look into the police reports. I'm going to look at the BJS. I'm going to see, does the data match what they're telling me? Okay, weird. Crime rates are going down, but they're saying it's going up. That's strange. Let me look into it a little bit more. Let me look at the demographics of people who are committing these crimes. Interesting. American-born citizens are significantly more likely to commit a crime than an immigrant. Why would they be telling me that immigrants are committing more crimes? It's called critical thinking. But what they do is they point at the universities and they say, you don't need to go and attain higher education because it's just going to brainwash you and you're too cool for that and there's better routes to make way more money. And they hit social media and they hit every TV show with a steady stream of, you don't need higher education. And if for some reason you think, well, maybe I would like higher education, they make it unaffordable. So you can't access higher education, even if you wanted to. I had a 4.0 GPA. I didn't receive a scholarship. Tuition went up 14 times in the time that I acquired all my degrees. They take this from two perspectives. They tell you it's not great, you don't need it anyways, and they make it unaffordable. And that way, when you hit data like 50% of uneducated people are conservatives, but only 20% of people with a bachelor's are conservative voters, and only 15% with a doctorate. And instead of going, could that mean that perhaps the more you learn, the less likely you are to be conservative? No, you're being brainwashed. That's what it must be. And you think, okay, well that fits, right? Because in high school, I was just regurgitating information. So university must be more of that, and it's not. As soon as you start university, they motivate you to engage in critical thinking. They want you to disagree with the data. They want you to show, okay, you disagree with this data? Tell us how you feel and back up what you're saying. And that's what university is. It's not telling us how to think. It's motivating us to think for ourselves. But that's not enough. They also have to take advantage of your overactive amygdala, because most conservatives do have a slightly larger amygdala or an overactive amygdala, and they also have less activity in the part of the brain that's in charge of critical thinking. So they take advantage of this and hit you with a steady stream of fear propaganda, because the news channels are under no obligation to give you correct information. They just need you to tune in and watch and contribute to their views. So they are happy to hit you with a steady stream of, oh my God, the immigrants are coming. Oh no, your kids are going to turn trans, etc., etc. And now you just come out of a pandemic and you're hit with 4 additional years of fear propaganda. Now you've been in a state of fight or flight for 8 straight years. What happens when you're in a state of fight or flight for an extended period of time? Your memory is shot. You can't really accommodate new information. You're frazzled. You're ready for someone to end this. And then what do? He's going to come save you all. They offer you a solution. And Christians are the easiest to brainwash because their politician just has to say they're Christian. They don't have to embody any of the values in the Bible. They don't even have to know a line from the Bible. They just have to say the phrase, I am Christian. And then at that point, anything they do, no matter how evil, no matter how vicious, no matter how stupid, totally acceptable. And now you're sitting here in a pot of water on the stove thinking, we won and it's getting so nice and warm in here.